Welcome everyone to Planet Poppers. Today we're on the beach of Curium. Now Curium is a beautiful area and it does have ruins and an amphitheater that we're going to check out today, and we're going to see some amazing things. We're going to see a lot of Cypriot history here, so we're going to take a look around. Let's go. It is less windy today, so we can actually see the clear water finally in one of the beaches. Very nice. There's a brave man having a good swim. So something I did not know is that public transportation does take you here to Kourion Beach itself, which is very strange, but great for the people. As a tourist, it's very cheap to get here, and there's no problem getting here for less than 2 to 3 euros. So there are 3 restaurants here on the main beach of Curium, and they're open all year round. So it doesn't matter if you're not swimming or watching your friends swim, you can come here for a great fish meze or even some meat as well. No problem. They do make sandwiches. They make everything that you need. Normal restaurants. And I said this before, Cyprus gets over 300 days of full sun. So you definitely will have a great time while you're here. And just being on the beach itself makes your worries go away. Curium Beach is around 20 minutes away from Limassol. There are not too many signs to get here, so please use your GPS to bring you right to this beach. As you can see, the shoreline is full of pebbles, so it is a little bit difficult to get in the water. But once you're in, the sand is nice and smooth on the bottom, so it's an easy swim. So this is the lifeguard post where they sit there and drink their frappes and watch you swim. I'm not drinking my frappe, I'm finishing my cigarette. I'm saving lives. Oh, this watching is making me tired, so tired. Okay, so the beach is this way, but then if we go onto the mountaintop, up here is the amphitheater, and then here is all the ruins itself. We're going up there right now, so let's go! So on the same cliff, they do base jumping. Now base jumping is when they jump off the cliff here and hang glide all the way down with their parachute, and they land very close to the beach. They take their parachute off, they jump in the water, they have a swim, and they said, I'm just like James Bond. But they're nothing like James Bond. So here's something I never noticed of Curium. They do horseback riding, and you can do it right on the beach itself. They even have horse training. They even have horses for sale. So if you love your horse, you can buy one here and ride it here every day on Curium Beach. So when you come up the hill to the ruins itself, there is a barricade here, and you do have to pay 4 euros and 50 cents to get through, and it's well worth it. So let's go do this. We're not going to smash through the gates. This isn't Stripes. We're going to pay and go in. So let's go do this. Okay, so now we're on top of the hill. This is the wrong side, don't worry. This is just to show you the other side of Curium. And here we are going into Limassol as well. And if you can see way down there in this area there, that's actually where the casino, the new casino, is going to be. So that's even Ladies Mile area. That's how far we can see from Curium. Okay, when we park the car, there's going to be a place here. This is where the toilets are, a little bit of history of the museum. And then now we're going to the ruins itself, the covered part. There's actually ruins on the outside part, which is lower. We're going to go to that after. But this is the actual part that is covered. Because the sun shines over 300 days a year in Cyprus, they did cover this, so making sure that nothing gets damaged, even from the rain, which doesn't rain too much, but still, the sun does quite a bit of damage. And now let's take a walk into the past. So this is the remains of the 3rd and 4th century homes. Okay, so this long central rectangular room has mosaic floor divided by 4 areas. So you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4. The 2 front ones are decorated with purely geometric motifs. And one has a central panel siphoning compared to the floor. Okay, now we're going to enter the house of Istrolios. It was built in the days during the early Roman period and was remodeled to a great extent during the 3rd and 4th century AD. We're coming up to the amphitheater itself. Back in the day, they used to do a lot of screenplays, a lot of things that were done in the theater. Even into this days, they still do events. Sting has been here. Also, Diana Ross has done a concert here with some great acoustics. Amazing place to see anybody live in concert. So if you check your local listings for Paphos itself, they do have events here in this Colosseum or in this amphitheater. I'm gonna sit here until the next concert starts. I'm waiting. All I need is my popcorn. So after we went to the amphitheater, we're gonna head to the actual ruins. It's actually a 5-minute walk, which is not bad at all. Beautiful area, so let's go have a look at the ruins itself. So in the ruins, it's spaced into 2 parts. One is the gladiator house, the other one is the house of Achilles. We're gonna have a look at all of it. This is the start of the ruins, but before we go in, I got a great story. It says, no parking in this area. So this sign wasn't here before, and I think because of us, they put the sign up. So me and my brothers came here with some friends, touristy, having a look around. Instead of driving all the way up the hill and you park there and then come down and walk, we actually parked inside the monument. So we took the car and went through all this area itself. We parked right beside all the ruins. And let me tell you, 1 hour later, the guy came out starting, jumping crazy, thinking, what you guys park here for? He swore us in Greek, he swore us in English, he swore us in Mexican, he couldn't stop swearing at us. And from that day, they put a sign that says no parking. These were the houses built between the 5th and the 7th century AD. Covering an area of larger than 14,000 meters squared and being a large part of the so-called Acropolis of Kourion. This particular archaeological site has been developed by the Department of Antiques between 1975 and 1998. The best thing about being here is this amazing panoramic view of the sea hitting the rocks. Okay, so this is the northeastern part of the Roman Agora. Its construction in the 2nd century AD and in early 3D as well. It's abandoned for several years to be placed in the early 5th century by various early Christian buildings. The whole wing measures more than 65 meters in length and 4.9 meters in depth. The spacious hexagonal swimming basin measured by 9 meters by 1.5 meters deep, which was for the cold baths and pool parties. So what you saw before and here now are the public baths. Now we're coming into the gladiator's house. Okay, and of course they put the last house of Achilles very last. You know why they call it that? Because all the walking you do hurts your damn ankles anyway. So that's why they call it your house of Achilles. As we talked about before, this is where they base jump from here. The exact point that goes over the cliff and looks